Hello?
You went to sleep last night with a mimosa and a robe on. You didn't even watch the show. Instead, you, Chris Harrison.
Michael Jordan took naps. Abraham Lincoln took naps.
Told everybody at this hotel last night to suck it.
Everyone is shooketh to the core.
It's game time, bitches.
Woo! Welcome to the top 10, maybe even top 2 Bachelor podcast on all of the interwebs. This is the Mile High Club, where we are here for all of the flight reasons. I am your boy Z, and joining us live in studio tonight for the shocking, never before heard, gratuitously gorgeous Bachelor podcast, Val's husband.
Hello.
Val's husband's wife.
Hey.
Cockpit Quickies, sponsored by La Roca Supermarket in Union City, rated #1 supermercado in all of New Jersey in 2019. Our tweet-length review for the hometown dates.
We already did hometowns.
Sorry, the fantasy suites. Fantasy suites. Val, you started off.
Just when I thought I couldn't hate Peter anymore, he does an Australian accent.
Well said. Val's husband?
Don't fuck with 23-year-olds that don't fuck.
Hannah Ann would let Peter bang Victoria F in front of her if it meant he proposed to her at the end of this. Also, tons of virgin drama. In memoriam, no one was eliminated, technically. Yeah. We don't know for sure if what's her name left, so we're just going to leave it alone.
Oh, okay.
Technically, no in memoriam. Cry count. Our Cry Count, sponsored by the brand new clothing line, Lil Homie, the most comfortable gear in the game. We had our Cry Count at 4 this week. Victoria F with 2 cries, Madison with a cry, and Peter with a cry.
That was exciting. I think we get
Peter
double
had,
points for Peter crying.
double rolling tears. Like, they were gushing.
He was very upset.
He would be a good gusher commercial, and if his eye was a gusher, and when you squeeze it, a drop came out. I don't know. These are the things I think about on my ride to work.
Moving on.
I hate you. All right, our episode recap. We had the fantasy suites in Australia. Let's start with the Madison ultimatum, quote unquote, and then we'll go into each of the 3 fantasy suites. So we had a kind of, sort of, maybe, not really ultimatum by Madison at the beginning of the episode. What do you guys think about that?
She still hasn't told him she's a virgin.
Which was bizarre.
Like, what is the point of this whole conversation if you're not going to tell him that?
Yeah, it's... You can't get upset with him for not doing everything you asked, but you're still holding cards back. And it's a very bizarre time to do it. Like, oh, you made it this far. And let's be honest. Victoria F is there just to get boned.
Correct.
That's it. So you waited until that moment to be like, hey, don't do that. And if you do that, you don't love me.
So she does this in the airplane hangar.
Yeah,
right.
In case we forgot.
Correct. Right after that he's a pilot. Right after he gives out the final 3 roses. But before they actually do the fantasy suites. But she doesn't tell him she's a virgin. She doesn't actually give him an ultimatum because she just says, I kind of wouldn't really like it or be okay with it, but doesn't say, if you do this, I'm gone. She doesn't totally say that.
No, but it's
Luke
implied.
P. do that?
Luke P., yes, he said, if you bang these other people, that's where the infamous, I banged him in a windmill.
4 times, yeah.
And then he was gone.
I don't really think, like, in the real world, she's not wrong. Like, I wouldn't want someone to propose to me who had just slept with 2 other people a week
6
before.
6 days earlier, yeah.
But exactly, you can't come on the show knowing this is what's going to happen.
I don't fault her for those morals. Like, actually, like, good for you if you've held strong. Like, you're 23 and hot. Good for you.
Yeah,
but
you know.
But this is, yeah. I saved it up just for her, but. But you can't go on this on the show and have
you
that.
know
like,
what happens. You know what happens.
Exactly, and like you're looking around the room and being like, "Yo, that bitch is nuts. He's literally just gonna have sex with her and kick her out."
Yeah, I don't understand the strategy.
There's no strategy. It's the strategy of a 23-year-old.
Because she should have just laid her balls out on the table and said, "If you bang one of these girls, I'm leaving."
She should have showed him her boobs.
That would have made it like a clear thing going on.
Yeah.
All right, so Hannah Ann gets the first fantasy suite. Now, first of all, for the first time in Bachelor history, the 3 women are living in the same villa.
Which is brilliant.
Which has never happened before.
Can we also talk about something
Diabolical.
before we get to this date?
Yes.
That bothered me so much. When they're walking up to the hotel and Peter is coming in with his suitcase that was a miniature carry-on.
I don't think I even noticed that.
And I was like, bro, you need at least 5 suits. They're not fitting in there. What are you doing?
What Peter hasn't told you is he actually only wears cock socks. That he doesn't need a lot of room to pack because he only wears a banana hammock.
Like, he sweats like a wildebeest, and then one of the dates, he's wearing like a full suit while he's
With
sweating.
like a sweater underneath it. That was bizarre.
It was like a 3-piece suit of sorts while he's dripping sweat.
He sucks so much.
I just spent
He's
this
just
entire
awful.
episode, he'd be like, I'm falling in love with you. And I'd be like, no, he's not. Everything that they were saying on the TV, I was just yelling the opposite.
Yeah, things got pretty heated.
Hannah Ann first we had. This is where Peter says, let's speak in our Australian accents the rest of the
G'day,
day.
Sheila's.
He's such a fucking loser. You're right. They go on a jet ski, first on separate jet skis, and they jump on one
No, then
jet
she
ski.
drives him on the jet ski.
Yeah, then they're making out, yada, yada, yada.
So boring.
Which leads us to the most, like, thirsty, I need to win, like, comments of all time, where Hannah Ann just basically tells Peter, I don't care if you fuck both girls, do what you need to do, whatever, just pick me at the end of the day. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Yeah.
What is that? Like, I've never actually heard someone in the show be like, I don't care if you fuck the other people. Like, they just don't talk about it.
She's got some sort of cuck thing going on.
I think so. I think that's her ultimate goal, is to just have people bang in front of her.
I wonder if she's just trying to play that long game of
Like
just
the cool girl?
Yeah, just selling that she won. Like
That's
after the fact.
all she cares
you
about
know?
is winning, obviously.
Yeah.
He says that. First the dinner date dress. She looked like a Pokemon.
Did you want to? No, these are my notes. These are my notes.
Yeah,
Boring, boring, boring. They're perfect together.
that's
Then
good. Yeah,
She actually looks terrible. And then they're rubbing noses. Fuck me. And then 37 minutes in, and I've never been more bored in my life.
Yeah. It was. I don't have a lot of notes for it because their date was just meh.
The only exciting part of their date was the shower hand, which it was like a Titanic hand, except it was Peter's.
correct. Which was weird. All season long, we were speculating who was going to be in the shower. We had our winner there. So they definitely banged, right?
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah,
They
but I
definitely
will
did.
say she looked great on her walk of shame the next morning.
Yeah, she did.
I have never looked that good.
They didn't show the canoodling post-coitus the next morning, though, of these two. They just did show the walk of shame, but they didn't show them, like, with the usual, like, oh, butterflies and rainbows
Yeah,
and
we're
kissy.
looking like an actual couple at that point. But they didn't show that.
They just showed again Madison pacing,
Yeah.
playing with her rings.
Also, I mentioned this last episode, but his scar, they're putting makeup on it.
It got so bad.
That's my
they're
first.
definitely messing with
my
it.
first note for the entire thing is that scar is gnarled.
Like,
Like-
don't get plastic surgery.
Are they taking pins to
Costa
it before
Rica.
the thing and just like agitating it? Like that's what it looks like.
Maybe
like,
he's
fucked
a
up
huge
acupuncture.
Harry Potter fan, and it's actually a tattoo scar. Because I can't think of any other reason why it's still there.
Oh God. Yeah.
All right, so we'll go into then. Victoria F is up second in Fantasy Suites. They go on a helicopter date. Shocking.
Don't forget, Peter likes to be in the air a lot.
Did you notice how dry his lips were in these scenes? I don't know.
I generally don't spend my time looking at the Bachelor's
I
lips.
couldn't help but see how sweety
They're
he
like
was.
chalky and how dry his lips were in comparison.
It was a weird dynamic. Like, how are you that wet but not in your lips? So I didn't understand that.
How about their kiss when he just she was looking the other way and he just grabbed her face?
Yeah.
Well, that's his move. He bear paws you into. It's very. It's
like
borderline
he's
rapey.
so,
it's very.
Very prominent in the last Fantasy Suite with what's her name? Oh my God, with Madison. Very
Yeah.
just big bear palm
Yeah.
the whole time.
It gives me Lauren and Cameron vibes.
Oh yeah.
But their date, Victoria's and his, when they're like, I just don't want to give up on us. Like, meh, 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 meh,
Well,
meh, meh.
the funny part is she's like, we haven't even fought, and then she goes, yet. Like on the date, like no, don't foreshadow, like you crazy little bitch.
Well, I just kept thinking to myself, he doesn't want to give up because all he wants to do is bang you.
Correct.
Yeah, he wants to make sure
that's
the
all.
crazy's worth it and then move on.
Yeah, that's it. Like he's looking on the hot crazy scale. What's it called from How I Met Your Mother?
Crazy hot scale.
Yeah, the crazy hot scale. He's looking and going, holy shit, she might be at like the top tier of this.
But she's that hot.
But my next note down is eventually she's going to look him and have him choose which of the other girls she's going to murder in front of him. Like that's the ultimatum. You want this? I murder one and you watch.
Well, the ultimate thing would be if she was murdering Madison and then Hannah Ann was watching it.
Yes.
Oh shit, that's a
Really getting off.
that's
to
actually
it.
the trifecta.
Yeah, because then everyone gets what they want.
God, everyone does win.
Like this,
and Madison dies a virgin then.
Yeah.
Ooh, very pure.
She goes to heaven.
Yeah. Unsullied.
Praise Jesus.
Mike Pence would love her.
Mike Pence,
Mike Pence loves Madison.
but he'll never be in a room alone with her.
No, you can't have that.
So there's nothing. This is what Peter said to Victoria, which he just cared about fucking. There's nothing we need to work on. That was the thing that came out of his mouth during this date.
Yeah, why waste your time working on anything when all
you're
you're going to
just
do is
a-
bang and get
Get
kicked
it,
off the
quit
show?
it.
Yeah. He did more foreshadowing than she did.
She tried to explain why she's weird in relationships, and I just got more confused. That she
was
gave me
unhelpful.
nothing.
Yeah, I wrote Victoria's date had such little depth that they kept needing to pan back to Hannah Ann and Madison talking.
Yeah,
That's how shitty their date
to
was.
break it all up.
Yeah, they couldn't just show what they were doing because it was boring.
Then we got them. They finally bang. Let's see. Oh, I love him. Oh, this was a quote from Victoria the next morning or that night. I love him so much. I put him through so much. And then they smashed.
I finally figured out what it is about Victoria that makes her look weird.
What is it?
Her lower jaw comes out past her forehead. She has a crescent moon face.
Her lower jaw.
If you look at her face, the way it's structured, her lower jaw like protrudes past, like the point of her chin protrudes past the top of her forehead. She resembles a moon, like a crescent moon. She's a crescent moon head.
I feel like there's definitely a racial thing that we can bury in there, but I'm not sure which nationality to make fun of.
No, this isn't a racial thing. This is just a
I'm sure
purely
Chris can find it.
Victoria F's bone structure is disfigured.
I mean, she's probably the third hottest girl since JoJo.
Victoria?
Victoria F.
I don't know.
Negative.
Aliyah.
JoJo is
Aliyah's-
definitely JoJo might be the hottest girl to ever be in The Bachelor.
Yeah,
100%.
JoJo is.
Yeah.
Come on, you don't.
I said since JoJo. I'm just
Yeah,
putting
but
her in the top
She
5.
doesn't even deserve to be in the same sentence as JoJo.
You're gonna
Even
say she's above Aliyah?
Yeah, you're
No,
right, you're
Aliyah's 2. JoJo 1, Aliyah 2, and then Victoria
F-
F somewhere in that top 5.
First off, that's 3 people, and you can't. You're hurting my head with your math.
There's 3 people I'm saying top 5. There's still room for 2 more.
But where are the other 2 coming from?
But sometime between Victoria F and JoJo, there's two.
I have a
two
hard
more
time
women.
believing that 2 out of the top 5 bachelorettes on The Bachelor came.
What, top 10,
on
maybe
this-
even top 2?
came during this season.
Well, only one of them came in this episode.
Well done.
No,
Well
they were
done.
being productive.
Yeah. So they
My new
smashed.
favorite euphemism.
Then we have so we'll do the Madison, and then we'll jump into like the house conversations I had in a separate thing. So Madison, they go up 90 stories to jump off a building, but they don't jump off a building. They just stand there. What? That was weird. What kind of date was that?
Yeah, and they like took
It
the elevator
was
up, and then
odd.
Peter was like, and then we're gonna have to climb.
Yeah.
Like it was like the biggest deal ever. Like you're not like scaling the building; you're just walking up a ladder.
I could have sworn they were going like base jumping, but they
Yeah,
just
but
stood
it was very
on
high
the
up,
top
though.
of a building.
My
Yeah, it
palms
was-
were sweating just watching.
It was
that.
like a shittier version of the Titanic thing where she's like, hold me, Jack.
But it's like it's almost more anxiety ridden to not jump because you're just standing there the whole time.
Yeah.
Val's palms were literally sweating like Eminem before he gets on the stage. Like, it was fucking nuts.
Also, a weird move to take up a woman 90 stories who said that she basically was going to kill you if you had sex with other women, and you just had sex with other women and go up 90 stories in the air with her.
In the last 48 hours, I've had 2 vaginas besides yours, which, I'm not getting.
Like, I don't, I haven't been a good Catholic in years, but I'm pretty sure there's something in the Bible where that's a justifiable murder in the eyes of Jesus if she throws him off the balcony.
I think it's actually in the Bible.
Yeah. Thou shalt.
Thou shalt throweth if they bangeth.
All right, so then they have their dinner, and she finally drops the virgin bomb, but never uses the word virgin. Repeatedly uses the term
Expectations and like
Yeah.
morals.
waiting till marriage.
Yeah.
And Peter with one of the funniest lines, "I'll respect your views on that, but those aren't mine," which was the biggest shutdown he could have
Yeah.
had.
Yeah. That was actually the most out of him I think we've ever gotten.
The most
Like, the most
personality.
substance.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is me, and I'm not doing that. Like,
I just don't get why she would go on the show knowing,
Makes no sense
like
to me.
even
money, money, money.
like it's whatever. Like she should have been in Colton season. Like if he was able to
Yeah.
survive the fantasy suite, she should be able to survive the fantasy suite.
Exactly.
But like you knew that this was the guy who banged in a windmill.
He's
for
known
one
for his
time.
prowess.
That's the only thing he's known for, literally, and being a pilot.
For his dick game.
It must be good because there's no other reason that these girls would be sticking around because he sucks otherwise.
Yeah,
They're
he's
sticking for a dickin', Val.
He's fucking awful. I just don't I don't get it.
Well,
And his body, talking about weird body structures, his chest is like concaved in. It looks like a freaking.
He actually looked
it
a
looks
little bit
like
better
the
this
freaking
episode.
The bar press
He
thing.
looked very
fell on
like
it.
thin when he was sitting on the beach with Hannah Ann.
Yeah, he looked a little bit. I think he realized how fat he got,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or maybe he couldn't eat
In
because of
between
his
hometowns.
head injury.
But he's also looks like someone who's skipping dad bod and going straight to diabetes. Like that's where his body structure.
Maybe we were just so focused on his forehead we didn't notice that
he was
fat.
losing weight?
Yeah, or that he got
Yeah.
lost weight.
And
now, yeah,
he
no,
could
The other
use
thing was
coronavirus.
when they were on the date and Hannah Ann told Victoria about like the ultimatum, and she
Yes.
like went crazy.
yeah, went insane.
Yeah, like she's like, I'm just so mad for him right now. Like he's a big boy, he can handle himself. He literally put himself in the situation.
And also, if you're Victoria, you've got to be thinking like, well, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of him, and that's an advantage to me. Like,
Like she already had.
Yeah.
oh, you're right, she had already. In which case, she should then know. Well, I already fucked the shit out.
She's
of
got to
him.
feel good about where she is.
Yeah.
But she doesn't, because she doesn't feel good things like that, because she's a psycho.
Well, because she hates herself.
No, she hates everyone.
In order to love other people, you need to love yourself, Joe.
She hasn't loved herself in a long time.
I agree. Now, now with the whole Madison thing, she says she won't be able to move forward. Finally, says the ultimatum words almost.
Yeah.
And he says, "Yes, I was intimate with the other two women."
Intimate.
And then she runs away. She's all upset. He runs and chases her. He does the whole "I'm going to grab your head" thing, and they rub noses for seemingly 35 minutes.
But this is how the show works. Like I don't understand what she. I can't even talk. Why did she expect anything else to happen?
I needed subtitles at the end because I couldn't really understand what they were
Yeah.
mumbling to each other. They were kind of just moaning and groaning. I don't know what happened there. But I guess then, so that was Madison's date. Now, at the house is when we had all these conversations between Victoria and Hannah and Madison, and
They were great.
so awkward.
When Madison first told Hannah Ann, her face was like, "Are you kidding?" Like she was just in such shock that that she was a virgin, and B, that this conversation was even happening.
It's just a bizarre time to introduce it into the plot.
Yeah.
It's the end of the season. Like this would have been a good like midway one where you made the first initial cuts and you're like starting to get to know each other. And you're like,
You don't want to be the girl who like is the never been kissed girl.
Yeah.
But you also
Remember that girl?
Yeah.
but to acknowledge, but like midway through the season, first couple of cuts, and you're
Gotta
like, all right,
say
I'm starting to
something.
feel it. Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
hey, listen, I need to open up to you something big. Like, you know,
And she was
No,
the
she
front
needs
runner.
to not open up to him.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I need to open up big to you. That I'm not going to open up my legs. That
I
was
need you
the
to-
conversation needed to
I need
happen.
you to use one finger first, and then let's go from there.
Chris, you might be perfect for Madison.
I got a little dick. It won't hurt, baby.
Just a thumb. I don't think it counts then.
That's true. I wrote down the word uncomfortable like 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Because I just felt uncomfortable.
I kept writing down, how is this acceptable behavior?
Hannah Ann finally said something with a personality, and she goes, "We knew what we signed up for. It's madness," her reaction, referring to like her
Yeah.
being a virgin and
Yeah.
like getting mad at them.
I actually ran out of. This is the least amount of notes I've had for an episode because there was just
It was boring.
I didn't
It
have.
was a boring
Yeah.
episode.
I had no words. It was like I'm sitting here. I'm like, and you're all 23. Like this is why you're 23.
Yeah.
Like they.
I wonder if the seniors
That's
is like
that's where I was gonna go.
old people, or they're just going to be like 30.
So yeah, let's just go into our other notes. So
I hope it's
yes,
a smorgasbord of like 40 to 60 year olds.
There was a commercial
and like one hot 65
midway through calling for seniors for a new Bachelor show, which I guess they're gonna have just. I don't know. Why don't they? They're gonna go. It's gonna be filmed in Florida, 100%.
Oh, definitely like Boca.
It's actually just a retirement home. That's it.
You are not allowed to wear anything but white,
It revolves around a bingo stage
and you must have glasses, but sun blockers.
and short sleeve,
like
button
big
downs.
cataract sunglasses.
I'm so interested in how this show is gonna play out. Just what are they gonna do with these like 60-year-old
I
bachelor
don't know,
and
but
bachelorettes?
STDs are on the rise in nursing
God
homes.
damn it! Stop beating me to the punch. Yeah. The old people are banging so much they're running out of the
Well,
Viagra.
yeah, because
they're-
nobody is using any protection because they're not afraid of getting pregnant.
well, they're also getting.
What are you
they're
gonna
also-
do? Die? Like, all right, whatever. My husband's dead anyway.
They're also like running out of money because they're just using it all on Viagra to keep it going,
Yeah,
and they don't have like they're not working. They don't have health care anymore. They're running through their savings.
They're not getting healthcare from ABC.
The Viagra is prescribed to them to help with their heart, so they're just always getting hard anyway.
Can Viagra do heart also?
It's a blood thinner.
Yeah, I know, but
It's like a,
I know it was created to
it's
help
a-
the heart.
Yeah, it's like for
But so these old people should be on Viagra, like basically IV'd into
they
them.
are. They're just always hard.
Check out
I
my.
mean, most people just take Tylenol.
And the women are just
Well,
like,
yeah,
well,
but
I'll hop
where's-
on that dick.
yeah, where's
It's
the,
here.
Yeah,
All right. Other notes I had. religious people in 2020 in the 2020 dating scene are playing with rocks, and everyone else has a grenade launcher because
Yes.
everyone else is just fucking.
Yeah.
And you have nothing to give.
Nothing.
I mean,
That's why they all get married at like 20.
Yeah, because they need to
can't,
fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can't wait any longer.
They're not really saving themselves for marriage.
Wait, so
because they're going to
is-
get divorced
by
and
those
then go
by
out
those
porn.
standards? Is Madison old? Is she like a senior by Virgin
She's like a
standards?
mad old virgin.
Yeah.
Imagine if Madison's actually the centerpiece for the senior show.
And it just it takes place in some like weird religious cult in the middle of Alabama.
She's not.
It's the Duggars.
She's young.
The Duggars.
People that don't have sex look way younger. You ever seen Mormons?
Well, she's 23, so. Did you notice the weird commercials that were going on? There was an HIV commercial. What?
That one's been circulating for a while.
Yeah,
What is the audience, that you're going to spend that much money? How
Gay
many
men.
people?
Seattle.
Do enough people have
au-
HIV that you want to spend a
The audience
prime?
is Seattle because they just changed the law from it being a felony to a misdemeanor to just give someone AIDS and not tell them.
But like
The people that watch the show are white girls and gay men, and you two.
yes,
We are the entirety of the straight male audience for this show.
I just thought it was a weird spot to like spend that much money. Like I thought we were done with AIDS and HIV. I thought that was.
I
Like
mean, you are. If
I mean,
it,
it's
if
not-
it,
I thought that
if
was,
it's
like, gone.
treated, it's like fine. There's
You
no
can
big
have
deal.
HIV and it's like undetectable.
It's just a
Yeah.
weird.
The
spot.
Magic Johnson approach of just rubbing money on yourself until it goes away is pretty much mainstream now.
I had the villa, all them three living there, and then him saying I'm in love with 3 women, but he's really just in love with Madison, and he's quote unquote falling in love with the other 2.
Yeah.
Well, he's again.
Hannah Ann he pretty much hates.
Yeah, but she's probably gonna win.
Yeah, just by default.
yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna default win because Madison's gonna leave. He's gonna be like unhappy.
Yeah, when he has that one rose, he's going to be so sad.
There's gonna be a blow up with him and Victoria, and he's gonna be like, I just can't do this.
Also,
Because
is he
just
not
had-
going to propose? Because they showed just like him, like another rose ceremony.
Yeah. Well, let's get into our windmill power rankings. We have to rank our final 3.
Legit a windmill.
We're literally staying
We're in a windmill.
So, like, I have had sex.
Me in a windmill. And guess what? We did it a second time.
It was actually 4 times.
All right. I guess
meal.
don't rank them 1 through 3. Tell me how you think it's gonna end.
Who you want to start? this?
Either person. Jump on
I
in.
think when they show up to that rose ceremony that they were showing at the end, he's just not going to give anyone a rose, and he's going to decide to go after Madison.
Like he's gonna be expecting all 3 to be there, but
Yeah.
he'll only see 2.
yeah.
Okay. And then you think he's what, going to chase after or pick one of them?
Well, I guess because if he gets rid of one, then maybe he had already given Madison a rose or something because she was crying, so that would get her a rose.
Oh, I didn't even think
So he
about
may have
that.
given her a rose already at the end of that, and then he gives it to Hannah Ann. I think he has to get rid of Victoria.
There's no way.
He's got to get rid of Victoria.
Yeah.
No, there's no way. Yeah,
He
that
got what he
Victoria
wanted.
says-
Bye, bitch.
Yeah. I don't. Is there any? I mean, I think the 3 of us are in agreement, but I really would love to know what the greater audience of this thinks. Like, does anyone actually think that there's something with him and Victoria F where they're
No.
like
Everyone thinks
rooting
she's the
for it,
villain.
like-
and
No,
she's
everyone
crazy.
thinks that Peter's going to end up with alone.
I mean, she's not
As
even
he
just a
should.
villain. She's like a freaking white supremacist crazy person.
Everyone knew that he was just trying to fuck her. I think everyone picked up on that, and we're not giving him a pass for it because we know we'd
but
all do
he-
the
I
same
don't-
thing.
He's so
but
stupid. He could have just gone to Stagecoach.
that's that's true. That's just the breeding ground of all this is
Yeah,
going
he
to
didn't
happen.
have to string her along for
He
12
could have
weeks.
freaking just wrote a country song and just banged her out on stage.
Joe, what do you think is what are your predictions?
Ah, God, I think Madison leaves.
Well, yeah, she definitely does. That's why his mom's crying.
I don't know if she gets a rose. I do like that theory. I hadn't thought of an option like that, but I think Madison leaves, whether she gets a rose or not.
like,
She's
she gets
out.
a rose and still doesn't show up to the rose ceremony
Yeah,
because
like
she decided to leave.
Like he banged both. They probably have a tough conversation. She says like I need time to think about it, and she doesn't show.
Yeah.
Something along those lines where she's gone. There's no way. Like Victoria F is gonna fucking lose her skull.
Yes.
He'll probably need to talk to the other 2 remaining since Madison left. The conversation with Victoria is going to go poorly because she's a psycho. She probably honestly she probably gives him a matching scar on the other side of his head, and then she leaves.
Or she gives herself one to the blood brothers.
Oh my God! Yeah, I love you so
Imagine
much. We
that.
match now.
like a razor, just
yeah.
pulls it out.
Oh my God! I wouldn't be surprised.
I was
Like,
convinced
if she's in some blood magic shit.
I was convinced he was just going to run after Madison, who was going to leave. But then in the coming attractions for next week, it could just be the editors fucking with us again, but they show the two girls up there with one rose
Yeah.
on the table, and that really threw me for a loop. Because
Yeah.
like, I had no idea.
I don't remember the preview one. Which two were up there?
It's Hannah Ann
There's
and
only 3
Victoria
options.
F. And
No.
there's only one rose on the table, but it didn't really show it in the same picture.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
could have
It
just
showed
been
it next.
the
So I don't know if
manipulation.
they're fucking with us or
Yeah.
I mean,
if all three are
If
really
it's coming
there.
down to Victoria and Hannah Ann, I mean, come on, Hannah Ann's got to have it. It can't be Victoria. Like the producers literally put a plant in there to warn him about how
I
crazy.
mean, we've
she
been
is.
saying it can't be Victoria since week 2, so who knows?
Yeah,
anymore.
but we've also been saying she's
Because you
around to
wanted to
get
bang her,
boned.
yeah.
Yeah.
They banged. Done.
If I were him, I would have done the Hannah Brown and done 4 people in fantasy suites and 3 people at hometowns. She did that switcheroo last time. I would have done that if I were him. So that way you bang Victoria,
you bang Kelly.
you get rid of
both them.
you get rid of them, and that way you don't have to go to their hometowns. But I still think Madison leaves. He chases after Madison.
Before or
guess.
after the rose ceremony? Like, do you think she doesn't show? He chases after her and, like, he doesn't go to it? Or does he go to it, make a decision, and then is like, ooh, I realize this isn't what I want, and then he goes and chases her? Because what leads to his mom being like, bring her to me. Go get her. Bring her to me.
What if this is what happens? What if Madison leaves and he just gives the roses to Victoria and Hannah, and then
He leaves?
then his mother comes and she's like, where's Madison? And then they have their whole conversation.
Oh yeah, because she was
Then
like, I
he
really
does the
liked her
double
when we first
breakup.
met her. Yeah,
Then he does a
There's
double
2 more
breakup.
episodes, right? There's the expose one with, like,
The
everyone.
Women Tell All.
women tell all. Yeah,
Whatever, yeah, that one.
It's
and
kind of
then
like the
finale.
All-Star game. Like you get a little bit you get the All-Star skills competition.
Sydney looks ready to.
I hope
throw
some
down.
bitches fucking take their hoop earrings out and throw it down.
Well, because Sydney definitely slept with him too.
Oh, 100%.
Well, maybe
Dude, they
not.
were
In
like,
that waterfall? Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
I mean, he definitely slipped it in. And he banged Kelly
Just a
before the
tip?
show. Kelly will not be on the tell-all.
Yeah,
Kelly and Natasha not on the tell-all. Very weird.
Natasha was there.
I thought that I think you might be confusing it with Cheyenne. From what I read online, those two declined to go.
Did they interview her separately?
which
then?
2 declined to go?
Natasha
and Kelly. Definitely Kelly. Maybe I was wrong about the Natasha.
Well, Kelly
one
was
then.
too nice and normal to show up.
She's probably like so horrified that she decided to take part in this.
well,
She
which
probably watched
sucks, 'cause
She probably watched it and was like, "Wow, Peter did suck, and all these bitches are crazy."
Well, now she won't be on Paradise probably though, which sucks because
yeah, but she was too normal for Paradise.
yeah, but we liked her.
I know, which means there's no chance she's never.
yeah,
gonna
but there
be-
needs to be like one normal person in Paradise that gets
Victoria
like
F
a
is
nice
going
couple
to
together.
Paradise.
And Elia will be there.
Elia will
100%.
be there.
Elia's a-
Victoria P might be there.
Oh yes, she'll be
Yeah.
there to stir it up.
Yeah.
I'm just pumped to see Elia
Sydney-
back.
Sydney-
I miss her.
Sydney's
Sydney will
prime
be there.
for it.
Yeah, Sydney's lips apparently got larger from what I've heard.
Already,
She plumped them up.
so she left and plumped him.
Correct.
Now, if you're a Botox doctor man, right, or,
Yes.
or doctor woman,
Yeah, that's what it's called, the Botox
a
doctor.
doctor
man.
person, a doctor person.
Botox
They're just the doctor.
It's
Is what most people
2020.
call
I'd like
them.
to
Doctor,
include.
Mr. Lady
Maybe a
Go.
dermatologist.
Yeah, Mr. Lady Doctor Man. Anyway, if you're like a Botox,
A Botox.
A Botox?
Botox, yeah, I don't know. That was weird. That was odd. And you're watching the show, like, do you reach out to somebody and you're like, "Yo, let me advertise with your lips, girl," and like just fill them up?
No, you'll just say like, "Hey, I want to offer you my services for free," so that, and then you promote me on your Instagram.
On Instagram.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They
If
all-
you
they've
don't
all
say
got
it like,
Botox
"Yo,
deals.
you have no upper lip, and let me help you out there."
Well,
They just
obviously you need to be a little bit wordy, but
They all want it
in Mr.
done.
Doctor Man's universe,
yes.
the conversation goes,
short, yes.
"Yo, you got lips? I make them bigger. Tell everyone."
I plumped them shits up. All right, so I think that's all I got. Next week will be the tell-all. The week after is the finale. I think it's just going to be a one-episode finale based on
It looks like it. Yeah.
I hope so. I don't see how they could drag it out with these boring ass personalities.
if they announce a second episode. I think that means that Madison goes home, but he doesn't pick her right away. And there will be a little bit of a whole episode of him with the other two chicks.
Like
who
when
do make it.
when Tasia went to Maryland to see JPP.
JPP. Tasia. Oh god.
No, John,
Tasia's.
No, Colton.
JPJ.
JPJ.
yeah.
JPP.
JP has
Jason Pierre-Paul. Good
Ah,
times.
Tasia is beautiful. But
I hope she goes back to Paradise this
do you
year.
think
I
there's
love
any
Tasia.
chance that Hannah B is in the finale? Like,
No,
there's any remote chance where like he's looking around and kind of
Zero
being like,
chance.
I don't like these choices. I really kind of regret not going for her
0%.
again when she kind of reached
No,
back
I think the
out.
producer is much more likely than the Hannah Brown.
Yeah, I think all the conspiracies are thrown. I think it's just going to be
Is
one
it,
of these.
Is
three
it confirmed
girls.
that the producer thing is a no go?
Chris
Pretty
Harrison
much,
was
yeah.
trolling people about it the other day, so that means it's not true. Like he was taking pictures with the two of them,
Oh, then
and
there's
like
no-
making
Yeah.
jokes about it, so that means it's not
There's
true.
no way. Damn. That would have been a
Um,
pretty sweet one if the finale was actually just a picture of them on a honeymoon because they actually got married.
So we will see you back next week. We'll do a tell-all episode. We will do a finale episode, and then we'll do a bonus episode with our power rankings of people we want to see in Paradise.
Can we also do a bonus episode on Love is Blind?
Oh yes, Love is Blind finales on Thursday.
Oh God, I love Love is Blind.
So when do you want to watch that?
We can do it Friday.
I got nothing to do on Friday.
We can do it Friday.
I can do it. I have class till 8:30.
We have a dinner on Thursday and then I have hockey after. So Thursday's
All right.
off limits.
So how about we watch it at like 9:00 on Friday,
Perfect.
that sounds
and then we
great.
can do a pod
And then we'll
after.
record right then.
And we don't have to go out and do anything and socialize. That's even more exciting.
Perfect. It's
Yeah,
a
it's-
one episode finale of the weddings, the I do's or I don'ts. All right. So thank you for joining us for the Mile High Club, where we were here for all of the flight reasons. Shout out to everyone listening, commenting on IG. Special shout out to Kevy for saying that Victoria,
Hey, Kevy!
Victoria F stands for Victoria fucks on a first date.
Ooh, Kevy, that's spicy.
Thank you very much for that, Kevy. McKenna, as always, play us out. At some point here, McKenna.
Where are you
This
at?
girl right here is tough and is strong and she's powerful and she's beautiful and she knows what she deserves more than anything. Even though I wanted to end up here in love, I feel like I'm more madly in love with who I am than anything.